I'd like to begin by telling you a story, and it began over 60 years ago with a book. I'm holding this book in my hands today, and it reads Banner of Truth, Volume 1, Issues 1 to 10. In the introduction it says, "When we first put our pen to paper in 1955, it was because, as far as our limited knowledge went, there was no other magazine in England expressing the burden which we felt. Happily, the situation today is considerably changed. We are now in the midst of a movement back to the theology of the Reformers and the New Testament. Not for many a long year has there been such an awakening to the value of Reformed and Puritan writings. These are early days, and no one can predict what this rising interest in old truths may lead to. Yet there can be no question that through various influences which God has raised up, a movement is quietly progressing." We recently were cleaning around our office here in Brazil, and we discovered this little book. In looking through it, we realized that this was the very book that my father told me about when I was a child. The book he had first encountered, a new doctrine, a new theology, one that would change his ministry. You see, he was a second-generation missionary. His parents had been missionaries in China, having gone just after World War II. And forced to leave China in 1949, they had nowhere to go. They wanted to still keep on serving the Lord. And so they decided to go to South America to look to where the Bible hadn't yet been preached. My father in college soon decided to join them. And after getting married, he and my mom came to Brazil. And it was there that he received this book from a missionary sent by Dr. Lloyd Jones, a British pastor who had sent this missionary to Brazil. And in reading this book, he encountered a doctrine so true that it would change his life. These ideas were powerful. He realized that it was not his will, but it was God's. This prompted my dad to start a Christian publisher here in Brazil, seeking to bring sound doctrine to the Portuguese-speaking world. I followed my dad in this work, and now it's my joy to help our international partners spread biblical truths around the world. God often uses the ideas spread through books and websites to spark modern-day reformations. And by God's grace at 9 Marks, it's our desire to nurture this work wherever the Lord is at work. This spring, Jonathan Lehman and Colin Hansen finished writing the book, Rediscover Church. This book highlights the essential role the local church plays in the life of every Christian. As congregations around the world begin to gather once again, it's important for Christians everywhere to understand that everyone who belongs to Jesus belongs to his church. We have partnered with Crossway and the Gospel Coalition to come alongside our international partners to translate Rediscover Church in 20 different languages, with English printing in 3 additional countries. Now Christians everywhere around the world can access these ideas through print, digital, and even audio at rediscoverchurchbook.com. Join us in this work of helping Christians around the world rediscover the church.